What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for MLB Sunday, April 4th.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate.
And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made.
Okay guys, we have an 8-game slate tonight, early afternoon start, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. I like Michael Pineda with a 19% pitching advantage over the Milwaukee Brewers. Michael Pineda, he's pitching his best ball versus righty batters. He's only giving up a .455 OPS versus righties, and he's facing 5 righties. And he only gives up a .598 OPS to lefties, and he's facing 4 lefties. No switch hitters, which is his weak pitch. And on top of that, the Brewers have only hit 11 of his last 48 pitches. That's a .229 batting average. Pineda is $7,300 FanDuel salary and $1,900 more on DraftKings. Projected at 22.6 fantasy points here tonight. He had an ERA of 3.38 last year. He was 2-0 on the season, and he was pitching an average of 91 pitches per game, averaging 29 fantasy points per game on the season, and he scored 18, 21, and 29 fantasy points in his last 3 games. So I like Michael Pineda here versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Okay, I'm going to give you a play at the catcher position. I like Salvador Perez with a 21% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Jordan Lyles. Salvador Perez bats 11% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a 1.013 OPS versus righties. And Jordan Lyles throws his worst ball to righty batters, giving up a .891 OPS versus righties. That's 10% worse than his other pitches. And Salvador Perez is 1 for 2, batting .500 with a 2.667 OPS versus Lyles, because that one hit was for a home run. So he's off to a great start, and he was only $3,600 FanDuel salary, and he's $1,200 more on DraftKings. So you're saving some salary here with a quality player who averaged 13 fantasy points per game on the season last year, and he scored 12, 16, and 9 fantasy points in his last 3 games. So I like Salvador Perez here versus Jordan Lyles.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I like Cesar Hernandez with an 18% batting advantage over Tarek Skubal. Cesar Hernandez, he's batting a .670 OPS versus lefties, so he does bat a little bit better versus righties than he does lefties. But Tarek Skubal, he pitches his worst ball by far to switch hitters, giving up a .927 OPS versus switch hitters. And Cesar Hernandez is 1 for 2, batting .500 with a 2.5 OPS versus Skubal, because that one hit was also for a home run. And you're saving a lot of salary with this pick. Cesar Hernandez is only $3,100 FanDuel salary, and he's $1,300 more on DraftKings. He's projected at 10.1 fantasy points here tonight. He's averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 9 and 9 fantasy points in his last 2 games. So I like Cesar Hernandez here versus Tarik Skubal. Okay, who do we have at the third base position? I like Nolan Arenado with a 16% batting advantage over Jeff Hoffman. Nolan Arenado bats 10% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a .754 OPS versus righties. And Jeff Hoffman throws his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a 1.036 OPS versus righties. Now there's no at-bats versus Hoffman yet, and Nolan Arenado is $3,800 FanDuel salary and $1,500 more on DraftKings. He's projected at 11.4 fantasy points here tonight, and he averaged 9 fantasy points per game on the season last year, but he scored 28, 13, and 9 fantasy points in the last 3 games. So I like Nolan Arenado here versus Jeff Hoffman. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. I like Xander Bogaerts with a 42% batting advantage over Bruce Zimmerman. Xander Bogaerts is batting 22% better versus lefty pitchers. He's batting a 1.014 OPS versus lefties. And Bruce Zimmerman pitches his worst ball versus righty batters, 20% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .812 OPS versus righties. And Bogaerts is 1 for 2, batting .500 with a 1 OPS versus Zimmerman. He's $3,700 FanDuel salary and $1,800 more on DraftKings. He averaged 11 fantasy points per game on the season last year, and Vegas thinks there's going to be 10 runs scored in this game, so we have a high-scoring game. So I like Xander Bogaerts here versus Bruce Zimmerman.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the outfield position. I'm going to give you a value play here. I like Aaron Hicks with a 61% batting advantage over TJ Zook. Aaron Hicks is batting a .811 OPS versus righties, just a little bit better than he does to righties. But TJ Zook, he's giving up a 1.467 OPS switch hitters. That's 59% worse than his pitch, or worse than his other pitches. So it looks like Aaron Hicks has a great matchup here tonight, and he's 2 for 3 with a .667 batting average and a 1.750 OPS versus Zook. Aaron Hicks is $3,200 FanDuel salary and only $200 more on DraftKings. So I like that price on both sites, but especially on DraftKings. I think he makes an excellent value play. He averaged 10 fantasy points per game on the season last year, scoring 10, 3, and 6 fantasy points in the last 3 games. Projected at 10.7 fantasy points here tonight. I love the splits, so I like Aaron Hicks here versus TJ Zook or Zooch. Sorry, I'm bad with names, guys. I'm trying to get these videos done fast so I can get them out to you as early as possible. So I apologize for these mispronunciations in the names.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.